I got you, buddy. We got this thing. We got it. So, Ricochet with a drop kick, just like that guy does. That motherfucker can fly. What up, buddy? How are you? We're here. We're here. So, did you want to actually jump into one of those trailers? Hit up Bumblebee, because I like to see that. Yeah, Bumblebee looks like a cool ass movie, for sure. You can, it doesn't matter. Played it? Okay, well let's watch some Bumblebee trailer, buddy.
Let me tell you something. A driver don't pick the car. Car picked the driver. It's a mystical bond between man and machine. It's a mystical bond between man and machine.
Who are you? Do you speak? I won't hurt you. What's your name? You got people out there who need you. This is why you're here, B.
You know, beat music can help you say what you're feeling.
Try this.
So that looks like a pretty cool movie. Yes, definitely. Stoner didn't even get a mic. I don't know what the fuck he's just hanging out on his head. Chilling. Taking up space and shit. This match is still
Hola,
going
boys and
on,
girls.
and it's still being retarded. So we have switched our angle. We are now over there.
Over there. They don't
Hi.
sponsor shit.
We're over there now.
Yeah.
Is there anybody
Y'all
in
got
there,
weed.
out there in there?
Y'all don't sponsor nothing. I got
So
edibles,
yeah, as it stands, what we're going to do tonight is show a couple products I've brought from the store. And I was there live yesterday on my Instagram.
Yeah, you was too.
At Real Deal Farms. I did a little tour of the store. My phone doesn't do so well about saving those videos, so I got kind of lost that. So I'll do more, obviously.
Ooh. Yo,
Adam
wish y'all
Cole,
could see
baby.
this. Yo, he just suplexed him on his knee. Like,
Dude, Adam Cole, the backbreakers and shit he does are just next level. Ricochet did this thing.
Watch this, bro. He gonna catch it.
This is It's like a cutter in midair, sort of like. Blip, blip. That super kick,
in
and you
the
know how that
throat.
super kick sounds. And people are like, "Is wrestling real?" And I'm like, "Guy, man, like."
Can I like super kick you while you backflip off your front porch? Like,
You heard the pop that came off of that super kick? Adam Cole does the super kick right. I mean, he was obviously with the Bucks for a while in the Elite and whatnot, but he does the super kick like nobody else. Like he's right there with like Bret Hart and not Bret Hart. I didn't mean Shawn Michaels, brother. Sorry.
That was my question. I was going to
Shawn Michaels. I'm still stuck on the Hart Foundation.
Nah, I was
and
going to ask you
everything.
who kick is better though, because like to me, for a move like Dolph Ziggler has the best drop kick.
No.
No.
Ricochet has a fucking killer drop kick. Actually, he is the new elite of the drop kick, the high fly, the top rope, the whatever.
Elbows to
My man
face.
gets it in.
Baseball
Adam
slide.
Cole, baby.
Return
Every
to
time I
face.
hear it, I just want to say it. That's how good his gimmick is.
Insecurity.
The Undisputed Era. Like that shit right there, Shining Wizard.
Can it be a Shining Wizard if it's not
It was
running?
a Shining Wizard. Yep, exactly.
That's crazy.
Boom.
What's
Enzo
that?
Giri again. Straight flip Enzo Giri.
1, 2.
See, now this is like almost an Iron Man match. And
It
there
is
is
an
an
Iron
Iron
Man
Man match at the
match,
end, like with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So that shit. So that shit right there should definitely kick ass. We'll go
That
to the end
is
of that match so we
wild.
can actually see.
Ooh,
Now,
who choking
SummerSlam
out?
tomorrow. Let's go for some predictions here.
Oh, all right. Roman Reigns finally gets a belt. No, I'm playing.
Fuck Roman Reigns.
He was supposed to get a Brock Lesnar
I
belt.
really think that Brock is getting. Guys, shh, we're on air, guys. Cameras. We're live on air, bro. So yeah, Roman Reigns. No, I don't think so. Brock is gonna hold both belts, UFC.
You
and
really think they're gonna do that?
I hope.
You hope. I don't think no.
I mean, I'm
Like,
hoping for it.
You know what? It's a whole smokescreen. Vince McMahon and Dana White hating each other. So you might be right. Though.
It's something.
That's a complete
There's a
smokescreen
lot of
because
Twitter battle and
if
everything else going on
Brock
with that whole.
Lesnar keep taking all these pictures with Dana White. If this was Hulk Hogan 1980s
Nah.
and he did that shit, like, come on, bro.
I don't know, dude. Like it's gonna be something. Like I hope. Like I don't know. I'm not even a Brock fan. You know that. Brock just like
Man, Brock, my man.
he's
He
the
finna rip
greatest
shit
wrestler,
apart.
but to me he's despicable because he's so huge that no one can fucking touch him.
And then he
Ricochet
can't
is the
sell,
goddamn North American champion. This is what I'm talking about. This is why they brought Ricochet to the WWE.
Flip. Watch this shit.
This is why he is in NXT. That's like that 450 shit
That's a
that
450, yeah.
Too Cold Scorpio used to do. The
If he
innovator,
tuck his
the
body, if he
innovator
tuck,
of
he
the
can do it.
450.
He did
Too
tuck,
Cold
though.
Scorpio.
Damn.
Yeah, that's just
He
that's
took
how.
everything.
That means the Undisputed Era isn't undisputed anymore. They are now a little disputed.
Not for long. Don't worry.
I don't know, dude. It's gonna be.
Another 4 weeks and they'll get it right.
We'll
back.
see. I mean, I'm glad that he's got it though, because Ricochet deserves that shit. Ricochet has been in every corner of the earth
Yeah, to wrestle.
to
Right, yeah.
wrestle in the entire world, like literally every corner of the earth.
Hey.
Japan, everywhere.
Kari.
Kari Sane, yeah. Very likely she'll be our next NXT champion. Shayna Baszler is just rough, tough.
Would you take NXT or that's super hot right now and just throw them in the main roster? Any of them. I don't care who it is, woman or man.
Some,
You would?
yeah, some.
Because like, I feel like they would get burnt out. They're going to get burnt out in NXT. Like, it's only so much you can do.
Not really, because they're really. Look what Finn did in NXT. Look what a lot of them did in NXT. Actually,
See, okay, for me,
there's a whole shitload of them.
That's you know that. For me, that's pre-NXT. I didn't know them. I figured they just came, got signed.
No,
ended up on the main
NXT
roster.
was Nexus and a whole lot of other.
Well, I remember Nexus
awesome
and John
shit.
Cena ripping them apart. I remember all that. It's
Yeah,
just-
it
after
was
that,
a
I never paid
whole
attention to it because I thought it was
thing.
just a second, like,
Yeah.
the little brother to Raw, and you couldn't do nothing about it.
Yep.
Shayna Baszler.
So this is the women's
Reed.
NXT we are watching at this point. Tonight, I didn't really want to talk about WWE. I wanted to get on to Lucha Underground and MLW, Major League Wrestling, because Major League Wrestling are bringing in some serious fucking talent. Like, I'm talking about guys that I haven't seen in a while out there
We got
wrestling
some classic
again.
stars.
I mean, Homicide is back in Impact.
That's dope.
So, and a whole lot of other guys. Low Key is in MLW. If you know who Low Key
I know
is,
Low
with
Key.
the
He
fucking
just
deepest
left. He was-
voice
oh,
of
man.
any wrestler you ever wanted to hear, and you're like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. That guy's voice is so low. Like, he's probably like the baritone in his choir. He's got to be the baritone in his choir.
Oh, that's dope.
So we got to get to the end of this shit here and see who won this. Because, I mean, I like women's matches, but
Running drop kick off the apron. One can only hope. One can.
Baszler's like a submission specialist.
Oh
She's,
yeah, she's super tough and will beat you till you quit.
But Kari Sane's got that, like, sort of macho man fucking elbow from the top rope. Like Patrick Clark, who wrestles tonight, too, against EC3. The top 1% EC3,
I guess.
I guess. EC3 did pretty well in TNA and Impact. She didn't win.
So you got, what is this bucket you got up here? What is this, man?
Well, I've
Stuff
brought a
you got
couple
from the
products,
store.
like I said, from the Hydro Store, the sponsor of our show,
Shout out to Potomac.
Potomac Hydroponics. I was there the other day, live videos, whatever, and I will do more soon. We're still rolling with this camera. Okay, so the first thing, we're not going to start with the trim bin. This is actually the Harvest More trim bin, and I will show this in the next few minutes. But right now, I want to show these bags.
What is that?
This is called chicken bag. These are chicken
what?
bags. They have all different bird bags, but this is something that is
Different bird
carried
bags.
now. Yeah, this is something bird bags. And when I say that, I'm saying that shit very literally because they've got some big birds on this thing.
Okay.
But the best thing of it is that these are made for the gardening industry. These were made for like all kinds of different, like you could even vegetables,
Steam them in it and shit like that. And
all kinds of shit. It's
Yeah.
all that kinds of shit. Just
so
like turkey
particularly
bags.
For us in the gardening industry, what is it for us?
It is just like a turkey bag.
Okay.
Like the turkey bags that are out. This is a chicken bag, which is a little smaller than a turkey bag.
All right.
So you got something just a bit smaller than a regular turkey bag. So you're talking about about an elbow or so,
Oh, that ain't bad.
depending on what you're putting in there. So I'm sure produce stands and stuff would absolutely love these because then they would have a bag just boop boop to
I
give
mean,
to
I don't
somebody.
see why they
And these are
don't.
$5.95 plus tax in store. I mean,
$6 for how many bags?
for 10 bags.
10?
You're not
Okay.
beating that because you're getting 3 bags in those other ones for.
The turkey ones, yeah, they too big. Not too big, but they are.
They're not too big. No, turkey bags are great, but the size smaller they had was like cut in half, meant to go into a pan to cook a chicken or something.
Yeah, the turkey. Yeah. All right,
So these guys with their different size bags, this is a chicken bag here.
Word.
They have turkey bags, goose bags, which are 18 to 24 inches. So I'm assuming that's a nice little piece of something. A fucking ostrich bag
that ain't a thing.
from 30 to 48 inches.
That's not a thing. You don't cook an ostrich. What the fuck you need an ostrich bag?
They might cook ostriches in where do you call it?
Somewhere in
Australia
the world.
or somewhere.
That's
God
an
only knows.
emu. Hey, Google that. Can you eat
Something.
an ostrich, bro?
People eat ostrich.
Probably. Can you Google that for me?
It's probably like a
what?
delicacy in some places.
Nah.
I'm sure it is. They probably love the ostrich. I mean, people probably eat those
Like, if you could
massive
eat
eggs.
an ostrich, like I don't understand how you just wouldn't. We switch over from turkey to ostrich, like for Thanksgiving.
Very carefully, you would.
Very carefully.
I mean, that would just be a big fucking bird.
That's what I'm saying. Like
you
you
would
run
have to
out
have
of
a
turkey,
big family to have
and then that's like a unique taste too. So who would like it?
an ostrich, dude. Just imagine. Oh, no, it probably tastes like chicken, bro. Just like
probably
everything
do.
else, the shit probably tastes like chicken.
Yeah.
I'm almost certain that, if anything, it would taste like chicken.
Okay, so my bad. Get off.
And then
topic.
there's a couple more. They
Okay.
have fucking bottomless bags
Bottom lip.
from 12 inch to 100.
Oh, so you can stuff it,
Feet?
and tie it yourself, and then
Yeah, I guess as big as you would like. And then
That's cool.
18 inches to 100 feet and 24 inches up to 100 feet. That's a lot of bag. That is a shitload of bag. That's like a couple studios.
Kari's the new
I
women's
tell you.
champ.
But the
Hey.
best thing, yes, she is. Kari Sane, the new NXT Women's Champion. I guess she deserves it because that little lady has wrestled in Japan for a long time.
I hope they treat her better than they treat Shinsuke.
Well, and Asuka is problematic right now, too.
I know.
I don't know exact circumstances, but something's wrong.
Do the pirate shit.
She's beat up. Shayna's a bad bitch, dude. Shayna is tough. Like they're like the what do you call it? The
They in Brooklyn. That's cool.
yeah, this is NXT Brooklyn at the Barclays Center. This is Takeover 4.
Wish I'd have known. I'd have got on the road. Damn.
Takeover 4. So, but yes, then there was DC Scrogger is in the building.
Knowledge is free if you listen.
This guy was out there collecting backpacks and packs for the kids. So yeah, Kari Sane's the champ.
Word. All right, so we got the chicken bag. My bad. Yeah, the chicken bag.
We're okay. Say what else I was back on for these things in the gardening industry that these things do that I was assuming you don't really use too many of the other kind for this, but you can do germination and pollination. So you're putting one of
shit.
these bags over one of your plants if you need to, and you're
Okay.
collecting your pollen.
Oh.
Yeah, that's your collection method. So if you've got a massive ass male, Bree, where you going?
I know,
a
Bree.
massive ass male. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye, Bree. Goodbye. A massive ass plant like male, you need some pollen. There's
You just take it, beat it, and collect it in the bag.
collect your pollen, just
That's
like you do
cool.
with your resins from. You can do dried resin the same way. They do it in Afghanistan. They beat it.
That's
like a
you
drum.
know, that's the way I was going
And
to do
they
it.
beat
I-
out, like,
I see
dry
it on
sift resin.
documentaries and like
They call it pollen, but it's not pollen.
it?
It's dry
Morocco.
sift resin, but it comes out more of like a keef kind of because there's plant material in it because it's so dried, like that. So yeah, you can use these to quarantine pesticides. So you can put one over a plant.
Oh, that's dope.
Say you got a mite-infested little bastard of a plant. You can take one of these big ones. Let's say the ostrich bag.
Right.
If you got a kind of big plant, and put it over it, and then blast the shit out of it with your favorite kind of mixed oil. Whatever you like.
So do they come? I mean, they come in a certain size, yes. The width, because like an ostrich bag is only gonna go so big to go over top of the plant.
Well, that's the point. It's 30
Or do
to
you
4,
just keep
48
wrapping
inches.
around that
48
motherfucker?
inches is 4 feet. No, it's a bag.
You just go right
The
over
bag
top?
just goes right over top, and then
okay,
bam, ba bam, bam. It's all money. So yeah, definitely, it's pretty badass. Safeguard them from freezing and pests. So that's pretty cool. You can just put one of these over and keeps them warm in
it warm?
the cold temperatures. Yes.
So could you
Store dry or liquid
what
fertilizers.
am I
Well, that's
thinking?
just
I
fantastic.
see it in my head. Like, could you take it and what's the shit could you vacuum seal these?
I do not think you could because I think the plastic would be too
Too
light
thin and
because it's a
shit?
food grade. This
Okay.
isn't meant for that. There's that bigger safe lock plastic stuff that's actually meant for that kind of.
Mr.
You could
Gargano.
maybe with a light sealer, but I don't think that it would
'Cause
stay
in my
sealed.
mind, like, okay, see, being super brand new novice, right? I see you pull all this stuff out, and in my mind, you'll trim and then collect all your trimmings here.
No, not necessarily. Your buds and stuff would go in here. Your flowers.
Okay.
That's what the guys at the dispensaries and whatnot are putting. Everything goes.
Does it help it dry better, faster, or anything?
It's just a storage method.
Just storage method.
Just a storage method. They all do about the same. You're not going to dry it faster. The drying is done by the air.
It's air and nature.
It's air and nature.
So, like,
and then
okay, is it
curing
better
just
to
takes care of
store-
itself. Just like
Oh,
wine,
okay.
it's kind of curing out as it's drying more, and as the
'Cause I got one.
THC glands and the resins are coming out and becoming mature. They're already mature, but they're hardening, so to speak.
Right, yeah, because you want
And
hard-
becoming more psychoactive. And as the more psychoactive they become, then the higher the stuff will get you, the more medicated it'll get you, the better it is. I've smoked some weed that I found in my vehicle after 6 months. And that stuff got me higher than a lot of the weed I've smoked in. I don't know. I smoked it and I was like, whoa.
easier harvest. You're
Seriously?
Like, that's dope.
I'm like, I forgot I even put this here. And there
So
it
is
was.
better
I
to
was like,
store it
score.
in the bag here, your jar here, something like this here from
All technically the same.
Okay.
Not so. I mean, I guess these, as long as they're the hard plastic and it seals well, yes. Any ball jar. Ball jar. That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, bell bar, ball. Seals.
Okay, now
They
people
have seals on these. These are meant for canning.
Okay.
Like just like most people's grandmas did. My grandma had a canning cellar where I'm from a farm town in Pennsylvania. So where I'm from, they canned almost everything they ate. We canned tomatoes, we canned green beans, we canned corn. Everything was canned in these jars. And then we kept it down in an underground yeah, there's sort of a shelf life. But you get a shelf life off of it that is literally like 10 times what you would have had if you just put it in something unsealed.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because then you're sealing it under pressure. You know, there's a little pump you put on there and it just
pull the air out. Yeah.
You can hear it clinking. Just like a little.
That's how you can press down on your tops on your soda caps and your juices, and you hear that pop.
Just like the little clickers.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So then, okay, so let me go color wise, right? Because I've seen different colored jars. So I've been told, and I don't know, maybe you can help me with this, that keeping it in a clear jar does not help protect it from.
If it's out in the open environments.
Okay.
If it's out in the light all the time, the sun, the whatnot, that's why they make the amber jars, the purple jars.
The dark jar, yeah.
The blue jar is more for a decorative thing, but the amber jars it blocks like 98% of light coming in. So then if it's blocking all that light, it's not degrading any of the THC, it's not touching the trichomes. It's just letting it there and letting it cure. And that's why they tell you if you're having jars like this, you store them in a cool, dry place. You don't, not in a refrigerator, not in something like that. Just make sure they stay in a dark, dry place that's not too hot, not too cold, you know. And it will keep for quite some time. You don't have to worry about it like going bad. That's not going to happen. I mean, even after a year,
do you burp it?
It is still smokable. You burp it for the first whatever little bit amount.
Yeah, but like,
just if it still has any residual moisture in it, but it shouldn't have any residual moisture in it if it's dried properly.
all right.
There shouldn't be any of that stuff. So right now, the goddamn excuse my language. I need to stop cursing all the time. I can't help it. I have a sailor's tongue, and damn it, it just happens.
Can you fucking stop it?
Fuck, I'll try. So this is the DIY guys.
Hey,
you know that you said they weren't champions a part of each other. Like Ciampa is the champ, but Johnny Gargano.
Come on, Gargano.
What the best part of it is, Aleister Black was attacked on Wednesday night at NXT. Yeah, and then a whole bunch of people were scanned in this area to like give the suspects. Well, the suspect of main course should have been Johnny Gargano. He was the first one.
Backstage or something?
No, he was the first one you saw running out of the camera angle while they were going out to see what actually had transpired with Aleister.
Oh, the Stone Cold.
And then Aleister was just devastated. And I can see Gargano making a heel turn. Much like I think good old Dean Ambrose is going to make its heel turn like real.
I think Roman before Dean.
Roman is already back and forth. You never really know what the fuck he is. But
because of that back and forthness, that flip flop, I don't know what he is. You're literally right.
It just makes it too like it's oblivious. Like it's almost like it's Pat, you know what I mean? But in another obligatory way. It's kind of crazy.
Oh, put him on your shoulder.
It ain't happening, dude. It could have been a dope move, but he did not do it, so it didn't matter. Johnny Gargano's a slick little fellow. Like he can squirm out of damn near any move he wants.
Yo, I just seen like, when he suplexed him on the knee, like ain't nothing gonna beat that.
Nah. So you played basketball with Scrog today? You guys were playing basketball?
Yeah,
Scrog was old ass get in the basketball court, or did he just hang out?
Did Scrog get on the basketball court? Man, that was the captain of the team right there. He had to get on the court.
Jays in your eye.
Hey, shooting J's while smoking J's.
That's funny.
Yo.
I saw the video.
The highlight of the tournament, though. He came around, had the J in his mouth, he passing the ball. He turned around, hit that ass buckets right with the J in his mouth.
That's funny.
Came in the game, too.
I saw the little, somebody posted on Instagram. It looked funny.
It was cool. So we got some other events coming up in the near future. We got some planning to do, and y'all about that soon.
You know, I like sports and all, but when it's this hot, you just aren't really going to catch me out there trying to do anything, because you might find me in one of the hospitals in D.C.
that bad. It got out there. Like it drizzled maybe like 2 minutes. Thought it was gonna rain.
It rained in the mountains, I can tell you that much. It rains like a son of a bitch. It definitely did rain. So we've got some more movie trailers. What kind of more movie, like, video do we got? There's one for Shazam, and I kind of want to check that out.
Oh yeah, play
Shazam, yeah, it's another like superhero movie thing. Shazam's a comic book kid that turned into wanted to be a superhero, turned into one, was given power by this like alien thing, and so let's.
You've run from foster homes in 6 counties. I can take care of myself. When you're 18, give these people a chance, because that's what they're giving you.
This is Billy Batson. Make sure you make him feel at home.
They seem nice, but don't buy it. It gets real Game of Thrones around here. Dude, just messing around. You look at me and you're like, why so dark? You're a disabled foster kid. You've got it all. If you could have one superpower, what would you pick? Everybody chooses flight. You know why?
So they can fly away from this conversation?
No, because heroes fly.
What, you need your fake family to stand up for you? Hey!
Man, sorry about that.
Go, go, go! Grab it! Get out the way!
Billy Batson, I choose you as champion.
Hello?
Say my name so my powers may flow through you.
But I don't know your name, sir.
Shazam.
Are you for real?
Say, okay!
Shazam?
This means Billy!
What is happening?
You're the only person I know that knows anything about this Cape Crusader stuff.
Can I?
Oh, yeah. That's crazy, right?
What are your superpowers?
Superpowers, dude? I don't even know how to pee in this thing.
AM to the PM, PM to the AM.
You have super strength!
You just got
Can you fly?
If I quit your realm, I still rock Mercedes. If I quit this season, I still be the greatest.
You okay? Why are you talking?
Be humble. Sit down.
You know, I don't think that's gonna buff out.
Your phone's charged. Your phone's charged.
The hell?
You're like a bad guy, right?
Shazam!
Gentlemen!
You have bullet immunity!
I'm bulletproof. You're dead. Sorry about your window, but you're welcome for not getting robbed. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm a superhero.
To make, like, Shazam was like a step. They had to make some kind of an alter, like, sort of Superman, something to compete with Superman. So then they started having Black Adam and the rest of those guys, and then they all went at each other. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. It goes pretty deep, dude. I'm telling you, like, the deepness of that is insane.
Answer for Superman, right? Not that they picked the wrong. Like Shazam, cool.
They had
it'll be a kid movie, but they picked the wrong superhero for that.
No, I don't. I mean, I don't know if that guy is that cool or what.
No, I mean like Shazam, like the superhero. Right? They picked the wrong because there's other superheroes that's stronger than Superman. That's just like Superman.
Just like Superman?
Hell yeah, I forget his name. It's a YouTube channel I watch called Variant Comics.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. They make offshoots of everything.
History
like that.
of.
Yeah, it's the shit. And that, but you can go to certain ones too, and you can find the full explanation
of
exactly
I found out about Venom. Like,
what those things are.
Like you had the Venom trailer last week. Right?
I played the Venom a couple times because I'm really excited for it. It doesn't come out till October, I want to say.
October 5th. I got that on the calendar.
It's October. I mean, I can't wait for it to come out though because it's the dude from Peaky Blinders.
We are Venom. Let's go.
What? Yeah, it's the dude from Peaky Blinders. that plays Venom. I can't think of his name.
Tom Hardy.
Harding. That's
Hardy.
it.
Yeah.
Yep. He's the one that plays like the Jewish guy. That gang.
He always has a mask on in
Peaky
every movie.
Blinders.
He has a mask on in every single movie. He played
Well, he just has a beard.
Mad
in Peaky
Max.
Blinders.
He played in Mad Max
Great
too.
Big.
I think was that
In
it?
Mad Max, he was in there too.
Yeah, he had a mask on in there.
He's a badass actor, dude. Like for real, he's literally the shit.
But I'm scared of Venom only because like if it has nothing to do with Spider-Man, like Peter Parker, it won't be fine. Like I don't see how it would work.
What?
I can't say it won't be fine.
How would
I don't
what
see
work?
how it would work.
What do you mean, Venom?
Because Venom is because of Spider-Man, because of Peter Parker.
That's how you were introduced to him. Maybe Venom been around forever.
Yeah, Venom is something as an offshoot comic of the Spider-Man. It is not from Spider-Man.
The symbiote
It's
came
a
from
symbiote
Spider-Man.
They took from Spider-Man's blood, and then they went and made it into something else. That's
in the cartoon. He come from space. Like
Yeah,
in the movie,
The
they shot
symbiote
him-
comes from space.
Yeah, it come back from
and then it
like,
became
a moon mission or some shit.
and then it became to
Hooks on
Venom.
the Eddie Brock,
And then it went to Spider-Man.
No.
Yeah, it grabbed
It grabbed Spider-Man, and because of Spider-Man,
Dude, do you know how many different stories there are of it? So let's just we're gonna have to agree to disagree at this moment because there are a few different stories. Yeah, now the whole fucking ring's torn apart. So NXT Takeover Brooklyn is basically beat because
Fire
they're gonna have to
extinguishers
have the
was
whole
used.
construction crew out here to fix this goddamn place.
Iron Man match. Ain't no rules.
Yeah, I'm not even sure how far we're even into this fucking thing. If this is the last match or not, I mean, I wouldn't.
Who is the security dude on top of Mr. Gargano?
Can't
Oh,
be
he
the
pushed the
last
barrier on
match.
top of him.
It could be.
Like the barrier is that heavy.
It is
Come
the
on now.
last fucking match. I forgot because it's the title match.
You shouldn't main event.
This is the title match, yes. That's what we are watching at this point is the title match.
Yeah, what happened? Did you drop kick a chair into him? Okay.
He need a fucking chair in there. He just need a chair into Johnny Gargano's face. Like
There's
dead
surgery
on.
for
And
you.
this is hardcore. This is seriously fucking hardcore.
I saw some hardcore wrestling at Davenport.
They set a
For
ring
real?
up and shit there, don't they? Dude, get Scrogger Mike.
They had real wrestling in there. I mean, yo.
I put it like get Scrogger head
They were
James.
getting punished.
Oh, dude, I saw it.
They had a barbed wire match.
Chalice had one too.
No, for real. They had a barbed wire match the night before.
Voluntary phone.
Yo, that was going
And this
ham.
is a dabathon, so
Yeah.
that just shows you how much stoners like to smoke, or
And
I mean,
watch wrestling.
like to watch wrestling. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of guys act like they don't like it because they think it's uncool
Oh,
or
it's the
whatever.
men in tights and
but then
da-da-da-da.
let them get
Right.
there and like get the excitement of the pop of the crowd and everything, and they're like, oh my god,
Right, yeah, let that energy
They get
flow
that.
through
They
you.
get that spark back. That shit you felt when you were a little kid, where like.
And then they start talking about what I used to watch it with Hulk Hogan and The Rock.
That's what
and-
you always hear is the I watched it in the Attitude Era.
Man, go ahead.
Whatever. Like you get the most like commonly said shit of what they watched at that point in time. So it is 9:45. I need to get into this trim bin.
Let's go, man.
Which camera? Are we still on the other one over
Where we
here?
at? We
DZ?
right there,
Are you
bro.
being a cheesehead? This is the trim bin.
Okay.
And this is from Harvest More Products. We have this in shop. It is for trimming your flowers, your whatever, so that you can collect the resins that come off in the bottom,
All right.
which is in this second layer. And my cameraman sucks, so he's not getting any close-ups.
So if I go out to Potomac Hydro, right?
Potomac Hydro, we've got these right on the shelf.
I want to pick up one of these. What's the MSRP, man?
I think it's about $60.
Okay, all right.
$60 out the door. I'm pretty sure we'll get you a trim bin. DZ, can I get a close up on the resins in this trim bin, the way it collects them? Because this has a screen in it, and then in the bottom, all that pretty yellow stuff right there, that's all trichome heads. That is essentially full melt hash. This is the tops of the trichome heads. Very little to no plant matter in that because the micron of the screen is so small.
So you would collect all that down there and do what
And
with
your screen
Uh-huh.
is how those come off.
it? Right, so you collect it all, then what?
Then, actually, I'll show. we will do a demonstration of the thing. I just got to get a card to scrape it up because I didn't bring a brush. Usually I use a paintbrush, and it scrapes it right up, and then you can take your resin, whatever, press it into rosin and make something nice. Okay, so.
Oh, that's a lot.
Just like this.
Oh.
You're just scraping it up. And there's that nice, beautiful stuff that you can either coat your J's with it.
Uh-huh.
You can smoke it straight. I mean, and this stuff literally melts as you're smoking it on whatever you want to smoke it on.
So what's the difference in between that and like keef?
There's little to no plant matter in this. Keef is out of a grinder, which has grinded the plant matter off of.
Okay.
So there's green in that. You
So
notice
there's literally
like,
just trichome.
there is no green in this. This is all just
yellow cake.
Like
The yellow
exactly
cake.
as it's to be, as it is. You know what I'm saying? This is exactly yellow. So yes, exactly. That's how it's supposed to be. So then, when you smoke this, this will then residual. You could take it and press it directly into rosin, and it wasn't hardly takes any pressure at all, hardly any heat. You hit it, and it presses dead out into a beautiful, nice hash.
The same way.
Shout out to Cammy Frenchie Cannoli for the hash
shout out
making,
Frenchie, man.
everything in the world. Gargano is about to. He just tapped Chomp out,
And they handcuffed to each other, or will be soon.
Now he's gonna handcuff him to something else and then completely fucking
beat the brakes
devastate
off this
him out.
boy.
Yeah, exactly.
And there we are. He is hooked to the
serious
Titantron.
devastation is what's about to happen to Ciampa.
Yeah, this should be fun.
He'll do. I mean, he's pretty tough, so he'll probably do some kind of crazy drop kick or something
What you mean,
serious.
no? You've been beating that boy for the past couple of weeks. What you mean, no? Like, can you go like get a dumpster and throw it at him? Like, damn.
I mean, if he threw him off of that like one-story landing there, kicks him off of there, it's gonna rip his arm clean out of socket.
Oh, if it don't break
And
his
there's
hip
gonna be a
first.
dislocated shoulder, and like completely. So Scrogger, you still got the mic over there?
Yeah.
I wanted to say, how was the Dabathon though? Like that.
Look lit, huh?
Is it like
Look lit, huh?
sensory overload or like?
Man, Dabathon was
packs on packs on packs on packs.
Yeah, there's packs everywhere. There's oil everywhere. You know.
It looked like a beautiful thing.
It was.
You got some great
had
footage. I saw that. The footage was
You
great.
had Corrupt in there.
Corrupt was there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty lit.
That's nice.
Yeah, packs on packs on packs.
I saw that.
Boxes
Just
everywhere.
pals on pals on pals.
I'm straight.
Yeah, so HempCon is this weekend in Seattle.
Yeah, I saw Chris and Granny are there as we
Performing
speak.
up there. I watched him perform.
Performing on the whatever one stage. He kept
Yeah,
saying
so,
what it is. We're not in Seattle, so obviously I can't say what the stage was.
Yeah, so
But,
I'm going back out.
Yeah, I was surprised you weren't there. I figured you'd just bank right to there.
Yeah, if I were to do it over again,
This guy is like
I would have had.
he's that time zone jumper guy.
I would have had if I would have done it over again, but I couldn't do it over
It's
again.
not quite a looper. A looper is a little different. Like he's time zone jumping.
Yeah, I'm jet setting everywhere across the
He's only
country,
going 3
across
hours
the globe, and yeah, it puts a taxing on you. I'll tell you that. 74 days out the year thus far, I've been gone.
Shit, you come back, that plane ride hits you, dude.
And,
like right now, it hits you. Like it's
Yeah.
completely unbelievable.
Plus, the plants don't stop growing, so you come back to a lot of work to tend to
A lot.
in the garden.
Yeah.
So me traveling is not always a pleasant thing when I come back, but going to seek the knowledge and getting to know and be acquainted with some of the best in the industry is it's been a blessing to me.
Yeah, it is a blessing.
Being
Definitely.
able to come back home and like share that information with my friends and with the community is like what it's really about. And I couldn't make it to HempCon because we had balling for book bags this weekend, so that was.
Did you
it's
get a lot
always
of book
good.
bags at least?
Yeah, I got a whole carload full. I still have to go shopping. I got like a shit ton of cash that was given to
That's
us for sponsorship.
Good.
I
That's
have a
very
school that we're going to sponsor, and then we're going to look
So
into
the kids
others.
got their bags. Everybody's going to get their school supplies. Everybody will be ready to go back to school.
Yeah, on Monday.
As it is.
Yeah, so that's the good thing.
A lot of kids have already gone back.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
We didn't used to start school till what? Like the middle of September?
Yeah,
or
September.
something? Like,
In Maryland, they go back to September, and I'll be remiss not to shout out Bars and his event for Baltimore, back to school drive in Baltimore, going on at the end of the month.
Yep.
But yeah, the kids go back in D.C. They go back this week. Early sessions went back this week here, and next week, this Monday, the regular kids will be going back to school. So that was why it was important to have the event this weekend, so we could distribute those bags to the schools tomorrow and on Monday. You know, I'll just drive up to the school and be like, yo, who needs book bags? Who needs supplies? And
well, the school will distribute those, you know, if you need
them
to.
Yeah.
Sure.
And Meridian,
I'm sure of that.
Meridian School in over here, actually off of 13th Street. 62% of their student base is disenfranchised, so we're going to drop stuff over there. It's a blessing, like, to be able to give back and do these events. The next event is battling sickle cell. So we're playing battle ball, dodgeball for sickle cell anemia awareness month in September. So that'll be the next event.
We can do it like the movie.
T-Dog, the artist, is making the flyer and the
We're gonna play it like the movie, though.
Yeah. Battle ball, like, yo, you beam. We got 3 balls.
You remember the movie Dodgeball, though?
Yeah, exactly. Dodgeball, man. Yeah. So So, but the thing about this is we got 3 balls. So you got like the volleyball, you know. Then you got like the kickballs.
Levels of hard of the ball.
Yeah, the kickballs.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then the unavoidable ball, and that's the giant kickball.
Like a medicine ball.
Yeah, it's just
need to get a
too
medicine
big to like really
They did a
catch
medicine
if it's
ball
being
on
beamed
Jackass.
at.
I was watching the medicine ball dodgeball. They were playing it on Jackass the other night as I was watching it, and it was the most hilarious shit ever. Like, banking each other with these dodgeballs.
Yeah. We're not really for the medicine ball, but the big dodgeball is a giant ball that is very
like a
hard
kickball,
to.
like the light. It's
It's just like a kickball. It is a kickball. It's a giant
somebody
kickball.
might seriously get hurt with the medicine bags. Like, we can't quite reenact
Well,
Jackass.
I believe somebody might seriously get hurt with just any of the balls
Any
that
ball
we
could
choose.
possibly. If you get hit in the
know.
head wrong, you remember when we were kids when we played that shit in the school?
Yeah.
Boop, and you get damn near knocked.
I was told that it is banned in Maryland.
Yeah, kids aren't allowed to play it anymore.
Kids
There's
aren't
a lot
allowed
of head
to
injuries and shit.
Yeah, well,
I had a couple concussions.
yo, check this out. Ball of Book Bags presents does not, I repeat, is not liable for any head injuries, any contusions, any reoccurring concussions, headaches, migraines that may occur from our dodgeball event. I'll put that disclaimer out there now because, you know, people be complaining, talking about.
Exactly. So we're getting ready to run out of time here.
Yeah.
And shit. Can you bring me back to this camera to go out, please? You're not doing too well with my camera angles here. I'm talking about this one, bro.
He said I ain't gonna be in it. Go ahead.
All right. So yeah, that's another Saturday night, guys. It is what it is. It is as it is. It's ring smoke. You know what we do. We're in the smoke ring all the time. So goodbye and good night.